All right, this is Sun Law from VIET Sun Tea. Really excited about this one. This is a spring, and I think it's not my first border tea, but it's definitely my first in a very long time. So this one is actually from, I guess, Sun La region. Don't know anything about the areas of Vietnam other than that they border Yunnan. It did say it was from the southern region, so I guess that would be maybe further from Yunnan. But yeah, I used way too much leaf for this cold brew. And so if this thing is overbrewed, I'm not going to be surprised. Hopefully I can still drink it. Wow, nope, not overbrewed at all. Well, okay, yeah, I'm gonna say this, it was definitely overbrewed. So I can't really judge anything on the cold brew. It is sweet. Of course, it's bitter just because it's just way too much leaf in here. But it packs a punch, which is what I want in a young Sheng. And I am going to enjoy drinking it, but yeah, I'm just not going to get much out of it just because of that upfront bitterness. The dry leaf is very sweet. And it's a 25 gram sample, so I did my very best to measure out something like 8 grams. And obviously, I didn't do such a great job with the cold brew. So I'm gonna go light on the hot brew and see if I can get something else out of it. I don't know. Maybe it's like a sugar sweetness. And this doesn't seem like enough. Again, no scale. So I'm guessing this is maybe 2 grams, maybe. I think I'm gonna pour just a little bit off of this other piece here. Give me enough to work with. But based on the smell of the dry leaf though, I am expecting this one to be nice and sweet. The website says something about a Huigan, so who knows? Maybe it's not super overbrewed, and maybe it really is just that strong. All right, so I got that. And get just a little bit more. I really like the color of the leaf. Looks like it's a real mixed bag of mature leaves and buds, and quite a few buds. All right, so that's gotta be a decent 3 grams and a nice little chunk to grow on. Oh yeah, very warm. Definitely sugar sweetness. Definitely like vanilla. Not even brown sugar. It's like darker, deeper than that. And then a little bit of that grassiness is coming out. So I think this one is going to be a powerhouse. So I'm going to just loosen up these leaves a bit and do a quick infusion. So I don't overbrew it. Leaves are really starting to green up. You can see them in there. And that's just on the rinse. So they're going to turn, I'm sure, a very bright green. Oh, wow. So it's the typical breadiness that you'd expect from a young Sheng, but there's something else in there. It's like I don't know, some kind of sweet something. It's a little something different. I don't know if I've ever quite smelled that before. And these leaves still have a little while to go to open up too. I'm still seeing some that didn't quite get wet. But yeah, really pretty though. Really pretty. So far, you know, this is my first experience with Vietnam tea, and yeah, I can't find really any huge differences at all. I mean, the quality is definitely there. All the aromas and the smells, even the taste of the cold brew, very reminiscent of a typical Chinese pu'er. I'm gonna say that was about 15 seconds. Leaves look really good. It's like full leaves. Definitely see some buds in there. Yeah, it's different. So yeah, so it's the typical like breadiness that I'm used to from a young Sheng, but there's some other notes on there that's different than what I've ever smelled before, and it goes away pretty quick. All right, so yeah, this is gonna be a strong one. As you can see, lots of activity, fairly cloudy. Got some material in the glass, but not a lot. Oh yeah, so being that was only 15 seconds, this cold brew, if it is overbrewed, it's only overbrewed by a little bit. This thing is strong. I'm gonna say bitter. Not like, you know, not too bitter, but definitely has a bitterness, and the bitterness is in the right places. It's kind of on the sides of my tongue. Doesn't touch the back at all. So I have to imagine that's the Huigan they were talking about on the site, and it does dissipate to some kind of smoky, hard to say, vegetal sweetness. And that's another thing that I can say about this. It is smoky, but very much so on the back end, not very much up front. So here's the thing. Usually for the second steeping, I would like try to see how hard I can push it. Definitely not going to do that. On this one, I'm going to actually bring the temperature down a little bit and see what happens with a quick infusion at lower temps. And then I'll go longer. And this one is actually still a bit too warm. I am starting to feel just a little something. Exactly what I was looking for today. So I'm about to go paint. Gonna put on a nice podcast or some music. There we go. All right. And this is already going longer than I wanted, but I don't know. Let's see what happens with 30 seconds. See what we get. I'm expecting for it to be really strong, but I'm hoping to get just some other flavor profile out of it. See how interesting this thing can get. And I have to say, this one, $77 for a 300 gram cake. So right away, because of the price point, I'll say if you want a young Sheng, I mean, it's really can't go wrong with $77. So it's really getting close to that pot liquor aroma that I really like in some young Shengs. Yeah, almost like mustard greens or something like that. So color, of course, is much lighter than the first infusion just because of the water temperature. As you can see, still quite a bit of material, not anything too crazy. And yeah, pretty cloudy brew here. Well, yeah, there's that note again. I just don't know really how to describe it, but it is sweet though. But I guess it's a vegetal sweetness. And it's nice. The bitterness is gone, but there's a mineral hit in the same place where the bitterness was. And I'm just like, without even trying, I'm forcing the liquor around the sides of my tongue too. Just because I really like that sensation. But yeah, so yeah, vegetal sweetness. Maybe something like I don't know. I want to say something like a pumpkin or like a squash, but it doesn't taste like that. It just has that sort of vegetable sweetness. All right, so now I'm gonna do cooler temp, and I'm gonna go much longer on this just to see what happens. I'm thinking that the color is going to remain the same, but I think that the bitterness might be kicked up a bit. Yeah, that's good. So far, it's sort of just down the middle of the road, young Sheng. I think it's interesting enough as far as the aroma and the look of the leaf to make it a go-ahead for sure. But nothing just really outstanding past that so far. I don't know exactly what I was expecting, but for my first Vietnam tea, it's not bad. Not even a little bit. I'm gonna let this go as long as I can stand it. And I really tried to get a good representation of all the teas on the VIET Sun site. So still got about maybe 3 others to go through. Really curious to see how this one stacks up. I was looking through my tea samples today and actually found another green tea from minerality tea, and it is labeled as premium green tea. And I thought to myself, my God, if the one that I had before was not their premium, like, I do not want to be let down by this premium labeling, you know? So I'm really expecting good things from that premium minerality tea. All right, my patience is running thin now. I'm trying to agitate the water a little bit too. So this is what I've had, you know, a couple gulps of the cold brew. This makes the 3rd infusion, and I didn't drink them like super fast, but I have drinking quite a bit, and like I said, I do feel a little something, but not much. So I don't know if there will be any significant body sensation on this one. Yeah, really sugar sweet, but the aroma is dissipating. I'm definitely gonna push that 4th infusion pretty hard. So as I expected, color didn't change. Color has everything to do with temperature with this one. Let's see what the flavor changes to. No, nothing's really changed much. Like I said, there is a very interesting something on the end of this tea that I just can't put my finger on. But it's really kind of on the border of fruit sweetness and vegetable sweetness. I just don't know where to place that. But it is interesting. Yeah, and I'm getting a bit of that like kind of, you know, mustard greens, collard greens sort of thing going on, but it's much too sweet for me to want to add like salt or hot sauce or something like that. So it is interesting. Doesn't really blow me away or anything. But again, you know, at 77 bucks for 300 and some grams, it is definitely a winner. All right, that's it on this one. From me to you, I'll holla.